the things that scare us most, the things that we resist doing, the things that we don't want to do for fear or apprehension or doubt or uncertainty, are oftentimes when we do those things, we are going to feel the most rewarded, the most satisfied, the most excited, because it's not that we lost the fear, but we had the courage and the bravery to still act in the face of fear. What up, world? And welcome back to another episode of the Seeds of Success podcast. We're diving into episode 2 of our 30 for 30 series, where we are uncovering 30 lessons that I've learned in 30 years of my life. I recently, a couple months ago, celebrated my 30th milestone birthday, jotted down 30 lessons that I've learned from myself and other people throughout my time on this planet, and I am sharing them with you. Again, these are lessons that are in no particular order. There are plenty of lessons that I left off, not intentionally. These are just the 30 I came up with. Here we go with episode 2. We're not going to waste any time, and we're going to dive right into things. So number 6 is I work in the profession of sales currently. And what I have here is that selling is all about what other people care about. It has nothing to do with you as the sales professional. It has nothing to do with what you think is good for that person, what you think they should do, what they should use, what they should buy. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with the other person, what they care about, what they think they should use. And quite honestly, if they see enough value in what you're offering to justify the investment. And this can go for anything, whether you're a parent trying to sell your kids on doing a chore, right? And you need to incentivize them in some way so that they see the value to doing the chore. Whether it's you're a coach and you're trying to sell your players or your team on a concept or a mindset or a goal that you're working towards. Maybe you're a leader in your company and you're trying to sell your team on objectives and goals that you're looking to accomplish, or whether you are literally in sales and trying to sell somebody a product, a service, or a solution that you think they'd benefit from. End of the day, doesn't matter what you think. It matters of, does that person see enough value to justify the investment? Is there enough ROI, return on investment, for that purchase to be justified? And so that's number 6 that I had on here. And again, it's about delivering enough value for them to make sense of that investment. Number 7, reflection is where the gold is. Reflection is where the gold is for the learning and for the future opportunity. And so this is something that is so powerful because, yeah, I'm reflecting on 30 years that I've learned, or 30 lessons that I've learned over 30 years of my life. But you don't need a milestone birthday to reflect. You don't need a milestone date or a specific day. You can sit down and reflect on the day you just had, on the experience that you just had, on the conversation that you just had. And I can't tell you how many times I've done that and how valuable it's been for me to continue progressing moving forward. I used to carry around a notebook just like this. For those of you listening, I'm holding up a literal notebook with a pen, and I used to write down everything that I would capture from a conversation I just had with somebody. Because when you speak to somebody, you can always learn something. Everybody knows something that you don't know. And so I used to carry that around with me. Now it's in the form of like a digital notepad, and my phone, my Apple Notes is just a super simple way to collect ideas, collect notes, gather thoughts. But this point of reflection and experiences that you have in traveling, in conversations, connections, work opportunities, your day-to-day, what went right, what went wrong, lessons learned, successes that you had, why were they successes? One thing that has helped me in reflecting is keeping it simple. And so it can be easy to feel overwhelmed by this task. It doesn't need to be any more than 5 to 10 minutes, right? And then maybe you have momentum and that carries you through another 15, 20, 30 minutes, whatever it may be. But keep it simple. One thing that helped me recently was I had a 21-day challenge that we just did. And part of my challenge was to reflect at the end of the day, 3 lessons, 3 wins, and 3 reflection points. And those could be one word, it could be a phrase, it could be a sentence, whatever. I just needed to write 3 things for each. And it was super simple. Sometimes it would take me 2 minutes. Other times I was really enjoying it, so I'd do 10. But anyways, that was number 7 that I had. Reflection is where the gold is, the learning and the future opportunity. There's so much that we can learn and take away when we take a step back and really reflect on what was meaningful, powerful, and what we loved or didn't love about a specific, whatever it may be. Number 8, trying new things are oftentimes the scariest yet most rewarding. And there seems to be a direct correlation between fear and fulfillment. So this is something that I think about, a quote that I first heard from Colin Henderson a while back, and I'm going to butcher it, but it's along the lines of everything you want being on the other side of fear, right? And so it's this concept of like the things that scare us most, the things that we resist doing, the things that we don't want to do for fear or apprehension or doubt or uncertainty are oftentimes, when we do those things, we are going to feel the most rewarded, the most satisfied, the most excited, because it's not that we lost the fear, but we had the courage and the bravery to still act in the face of fear. And I want to re-emphasize that point because it's so powerful, and I'm sure that you know this, you experience it. I just want to re-emphasize that oftentimes the fear doesn't go away. It is simply that we, the individual, become stronger in that moment, and we act with courage in the face of fear, right? And so I just want to encourage you, whatever you might be fearing, whether it's a conversation, taking that next role, that opportunity for work, something personal. Maybe you're, looking to do that. It's 2023, new goals, new intentions, right? And you're looking to do a fitness challenge or an endurance event that you've never done, or get into, taking a course, a public speaking course, Toastmasters, whatever it may be, something that doesn't quite sit right, but you'd be better because of it. I want to encourage you to understand and acknowledge the fear is there, step 1. And then step 2, go take action anyways, right? And again, don't get overwhelmed by the whole grand scheme of things. Just take a simple action in that direction, and then slowly and surely you continue to build that muscle. And so that was what I had for number 8. And again, that direct correlation between fear and fulfillment. There's in my experience at least, the scarier something's been, the more rewarding it's felt. The less scary, still rewarding, but not quite there. So for example, first one that comes to my mind, climbing Rainier. Pretty damn scared at times about the things that we had to do, the steps that we had to take, where our feet were on this mountain, and the fulfillment that I experience every day that I still look at Rainier is incredible. So direct correlation between fear and fulfillment. Number 9, this is a big one. Life is beyond precious. You never truly know when your day will come. Live it to the fullest. Do things now when you have the chance, because tomorrow may never come, and that idea and opportunity may disappear. We all know people in our lives that are not here, and they went too early. They went unexpectedly. We know people not in our lives that we've heard of that went unexpectedly. And life continues to teach me that it is extremely precious, that we don't have all the time in the world that we think we do, and that we need to continue to take action now, and to do things that light us up, and to do the things that we feel called to do, and do the things that light our souls on fire. Take those experiences, take the trip, and plan them so that they actually happen too. Of course, like something to be said about, being spontaneous and saying yes on a whim and doing something crazy. Like, we've all done that. I know that on this podcast, I've talked about the surf trip that we just did and doing skiing and, taking a road trip sporadically. And like, those are all great things, but it's also super important to plan things as well so that you ensure that these things are going to get done as well. And so life is precious. Take advantage of the time that you have with the people that are here, with the people that you love, right? And I just want to encourage you that, to keep doing those things that you want to do, that you should do, that you've maybe been putting off. Don't wait. Don't wait. Go do it now while you can with the people that are still here with you. And that was what I had for you for number 9. Number 10, we can boil it down or bring it down a little bit, but fresh air can clear your head, minimize stress, and relieve anxiety. Get outside. So I'm a huge fan of fresh air. I sleep with my window open. I hate when the air is stagnant. I hate when it's not circulated. If I'm ever feeling anxious or stressed out, or I need to just freaking breathe, I step outside. Nothing beats fresh air in those moments for me. And I learned that over and over again. I probably wrote this one down while I was walking outside somewhere doing a lap. Another point there is get out and walk. Like a lot of my greatest ideas have come from a simple walk around the block, like getting outside, clearing your head, getting fresh air, getting out in nature. Like this is nothing beats just some fresh air to clear your head and let some things go. So that's what we have for you today. Those are lessons 6 through 10. So be sure to tune in to the next episode when we dive into 11 through 15. And if you didn't have a chance to check out the first episode where we dove in to lessons 1 through 5, go check that out now. Stay tuned for the next episode. We're going to dive into 11 to 15, and I will see you on the next episode.